Pure vessel for the transmission of whatever it is the universe is sending you. You know, because we are all special people. And I guess that's one of the points of Diva here. The next thing that we should know about Rastafari is the name Haile Selassie I. Haile Selassie I. is one of our great African leaders. Have you guys ever heard that name before? No. Haile Selassie I. is one of our great African leaders. I'll take off my pendants and show it to you guys. One of them is a cross. We call it a cross, but in Ethiopia they call it something else. And there are about 6 of them of different styles. We call them styles, but they're different designs, which represents the 6 different churches out of Ethiopia. So I'll pass this one around so you can see. And then the second thing I'll pass around is a medallion. This medallion has, this image on the front right here is Haile Selassie I. Haile Selassie I was the emperor of Ethiopia, crowned in 1930. He was the last king of Africa, as we see it. So you can look around. Here's another image of Haile Selassie I with his crown too. So I'll pass around both of them so you guys can see. Now, why is all of this important for me to tell you about these people? In a day like today, like you have dreadlocks. How come?
I have dreadlocks because actually my mom had them and I really liked them, so I wanted them. And I actually heard before that my dad had them, but he cut his off. So, and my aunt had them as well, and they all cut theirs off. So I'm like just gonna have it like the only one in my family. So I'm just gonna keep growing them.
So how long have you been growing them?
6 years now.
Okay, I've been growing mine for about 8 years. Before you started growing your dreadlocks, what was your hair like?
My hair was just like any other colored girl's hair. It was just like I would have probably my mom would like braid them, probably put them in like little pom-poms and stuff, and I wanted my hair to be different, you know, so we started off, it was like small and short, so I really liked it. Like people would ask me, you know, how would you wash my hair and everything like that. I say it's normal, right? I just want to stand up. I love my hair, so I'm going to keep going.
Alright. So I feel a lot like you too, because when I started to wear my dreadlocks, because my mother wore dreadlocks. You know, my grandma wore dreadlocks, a lot of people in my family wore dreadlocks. But what does it mean? Well, if we're to talk about history, when you wear dreadlocks, it means that you're showing resistance against the system. It's a rebellion, because they don't want you to have your hair natural. They prefer our hair to be relaxed, to be permed, to have some kind of artificial, you know? Yeah. And so when we grow, when we grow our dreadlocks, it's reminiscent of the lion. Because you see the lion, when his hair grows, it grows into dreadlocks without cutting it. Do you guys remember the story of Samson in the Bible? Yeah, do you remember? How did it go?
Samson, Delilah, that's his name.
All right. The story of Samson goes, Samson was a great warrior back in the time of the Bible. I'm not sure what time period it was, but back in the time of the Bible, Samson was a great warrior. And he had a girlfriend, who really wasn't his girlfriend, I guess. And she conspired with his enemies to cut off his hair because he had these long dreadlocks and he was the strongest man in the entire village. And so they decided it was his hair. So they cut off his hair. When they cut off his hair, he lost all of his strength.
Creativity and a positive message to inspire women.
Well, if I wasn't doing that, then I wouldn't be living life. You know, I wouldn't be happy. How can you be happy and not help somebody else to smile? I'm a creative person, and if I didn't do it for the positive, then God, the powers, would take all of that away from me. If you don't use your energies for the positive, they'll take them away from you. So in terms of educating and using my creativity to empower women, I think it's very important because that's what we learn from the arts, whether it is music or the images that we see on our billboards or on our TVs, or these are the things that we learn from. So to use it for the positive is the only choice, really.
Donisha, what are some of the injustices that you see currently?
Jano, that's a big question. One of the greatest injustices I see happening is that people are afraid to be themselves because they want to please other people. And that's a very big injustice. How dare you want to be someone else when you can be yourself? Because in injustice, there's lots of injustice out there in the world, social injustice and all that kind of drama, but I deal with me right now. I deal with the person in the mirror. Like Michael said, I'm talking to the man in the mirror. Ooh, I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make a change, if you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. Yeah, so that's where it starts. Be just to yourself and who you are.
You're also talking about how these celebrities out there are using their fame for themselves and they're being selfish, and you want to change that. You want to, help the poor, right?
I mean, you see, the thing is that growing up in the Marley family, I got a lot of advantages, I never had to be hungry if I never wanted to be. But at the same time, I'm third generation Marley. If I am to go back to first generation Marley, I would remember that he was just a country boy who didn't have shoes. So if he never got a hand from somebody, then he wouldn't be able to advance. And I find myself in the position to give a hand behind me and I give a hand in front of me, so why not give a hand when I can? So it's important to give because, like Bob say, I'm sorry, I like to sing. Him say, give a little, take a little, give a little, one more time. Yeah, give a little, then take a little, and give a little, one more time. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's what it's all about.
Who are some of the artists you respect? Any examples of current celebrities that you think are setting a good example?
I've always respected Alicia Keys. From the first time I saw her and heard her music, and then I got the opportunity to meet her, and just her energy, was very genuine, very loving, and so I always respect Alicia, and I know that she has a mission right now called Feed a Child in Africa. So she's doing good work. I don't know. I don't really look out there to see what other celebrities are doing work, I just know that there's so much work to do, and so I just do what I have to do, And if I see them around in the same circles that I am, then I'll know that they're doing work too.
Who was your inspiration when you were younger?
My mother and my grandma, because they were always very powerful and strong women, and I never always saw a man around them because my grandfather died before I was born, and my parents have been separated since I was like about 9 or 10. All right, music. Yeah, so my mother was always a big inspiration to me because I got to understand that you don't always need a man around or beside you to be powerful, but a man around or beside you can still be powerful if he decides to be that way.